So welcome. Today is our third day, right? Third evening. So as a small assignment, what I would like us to do is, after we finish this evening session, I would like you all to go to your room till we have some time for dinner and just go through your notes, whatever you have written, and write down 3 points out through your notes, from your notes, that can help your transformation. You have written a lot, you have written many pages, and there are lots of information. But now we have to start filtering that information, because we don't want to go home with a lot of information and confusion. Sometimes a lot of information doesn't really create transformation. It just stays as information. So we have to consistently filter a lot of things. So three things. And we will do this assignment every 3 days. So by end of our 8 days, we will ideally have 7 or 8 points, and then we filter that like semi-final round. So from those 7 and 8, we will select 2 or 3 that we want to focus upon. Everything is linked. Understand this. Just because you select point 1 and 2, you don't have to feel that, oh, I'm missing out on point 6 and 7. No. You can start from whichever. If you start from point 1 and 2, a time will come when you will have to sort out point 6 and 7. If you start on point 6 and 7, a time will come that maybe because you sort out point 6 and 7, 1 and 2 will automatically get sorted out. It's like this. You have fear of dogs, and you have fear of cats. That way we have many fears. But if you start working on self-confidence, becoming courageous inside you, what will happen is the fears, different fears that you will have, will reduce or disappear. You don't have to really work on, fear of dog for 2 years, fear of cat for 2 years, fear of cockroaches for 3 years, fear of lizards for 5 years. That way the fears will never end. So we have to work on the basis of the fear. Many times it happens, no? You say, solving the problem from its root. If there is a tree and the leaves are infected, you don't chop each and every leaf. You can, but it will take you 1 year. And time will come when leaves will automatically drop. So in yoga, we try to solve the problems from the root. And what is the root? The root in yoga is known as, it's a technical term, the root, the base. In yoga is, I have not said it yet, it's a technical term, it's a philosophical term. It's called avidya. A-V-I-D-Y-A. A-V-I-D-Y-A. Avidya. Vidya means knowledge. When it's the prefix is or a. Avidya means non-knowledge. Non-knowledge. So what is the root of our issue? The root of our issue is non-knowledge. What is non-knowledge? Non-knowledge means ignorance of our true nature. Our true nature. Now this could mean a fantasy. What true nature? My true nature is I am Prasad, I am 39, 40-year-old man, I am a yoga teacher, I am an Indian. That's my true nature, at least that's what my passport says. Yeah, it's true nature, but it's a temporary nature. 20 years ago, I was Prasad, but I was not a yoga teacher. 20 years ago, I was Indian, but I did not look like this. 20 years ago, I was thinking of an amazing corporate career. I wanted to be a youngest CEO. 20 years later, something else which I have never dreamed of. What happened? Changed. Sometimes people change names. Many women, they change their name after marriage. Sometimes people change their sex, gender. One yoga retreat, they are woman. Next yoga retreat, there's a man. It has not happened in my case, but happens, no? So many cases. So the self that we know is not consistent. Many times you see this happens in mixed race children. Father German, mother South American. Children are a little confused about their identity. Father, mother go to America from India, they settle there, children are born in America. The parents want their children to behave like Indians, but the children they feel Americans. Identity crisis. All these identity crisis, role crisis, crisis of understanding, is all these crises is based in basic misidentification. Understand this, misidentification. So all our issues and sorrows and problems are based in one single issue. Misidentification. And that's why yesterday I told you one term, recognition. Recognize your true nature. What is the meaning of recognize? Recognize. You know it, but you've forgotten it. So remember it again. Not a big deal. You are not banished to hell for life. At least in the philosophy of yoga. Your release is possible. Your release is not difficult if you are ready to give a few things, like I told you yesterday: trust, surrender, faith, simple things. This is clear? Now to reach this root can take a long time. Sometimes the crop is infected, in the big fields, kilometers and kilometers. Then they want to find out where did the infection start from. So their range is what? 10 kilometers of crop. Now where to find the origin? Like looking for a queen bee in a honeycomb. You have to move out of the whole, all the bees you have to move out, and then there she is. You remove the queen bee, you don't have to manage or worry about the rest of the bees. They follow her. Isn't it? But if you start removing each one by one the bees, it's going to take you a long time. So when the pest control or honey bee keepers, when they want to move the whole squad, what do? They just take the queen bee, replant her in another place, and all her people follow her. We have to find that queen limitation. And the queen bee, in our case, the primal ignorance is just one simple sentence. It really comes down to one simple sentence. You are not what you think you are. You are not limited. You are not restricted. You are not made to suffer. You are not here to be somebody's slave. You are not here to be restrained by dogmas and limitations of an ignorant society. Now this fact is so radical that when we hear this, we don't believe it. No, impossible. This is me. I am like this. Come on. How can you say? Like in some schools of yoga, they will say, you are God. Really? They will say. You are God. God is within you. And then the next reaction of the person is, no. Impossible. Why will God be within me? I am so worthless. God sits in your heart. Impossible. Why would God choose me? There are so many nice people. She's so beautiful. Maybe God lives in her, but not me. So we reject the truth. And we fight for that rejection. We defend it. No, God is not within me. God is in the temple. God is only in the church. This primary ignorance is there within all of us, which is the basis of our sorrow. We have raised our life and our understanding on a wrong fundamental. To make it very simple, there are two fundamentals: fear and love. That's it. A life based in fear, how will it look? If the fundamentals of somebody's life is based in fear, how will the life look or be? You can imagine. What does fear do? Fear does one thing. It separates. If your life is based in fear, all you see and all you create is separated and separation. In relationship, in private life, in social life, everywhere. That's why faith is important. faith is the way of removing fear. Understand? Faith is the active energy of love. Love unites. Fear will make you hold, fear will make you go away, fear will make you hide, fear will make you fight. All the things that we don't want, fear will make us do. Yes. Love is not exciting, you see. For people in fear, love is not exciting. Nothing happens. Two lovers, deeply in love with each other, are sitting quietly on the beach looking at the ocean. Nothing is happening there. But they are happy. Nothing to say, nothing to do, holding each other's hands, looking at the ocean. They are having an amazing time with each other. But person who is walking on the beach, he says, what? Nothing is happening. What are they doing? Nothing. They're just sitting. So boring. When that couple starts fighting, exciting. Everybody comes to watch. Why are they fighting? Isn't it? This is our mentality. Two lovers are sitting hand in hand, nothing. Maybe it's not going well. No, they are so happy and contented in each other's love that there is nothing to talk. They are just sitting hand in hand. That's it. The whole idea is to change the basis from fear to love. That's it. You change the basis. It's like you have a banana cake now. You want to make a pineapple cake. You can't make a pineapple cake with banana. The whole raw material of a pineapple cake is different. If you're holding banana cake in your hand, you've used banana for it. It's going to taste like banana. You cannot complain. You cannot eat banana cake and say, hey, it doesn't taste like pineapple. It cannot. It cannot. And if you're putting external flavor, you're fooling yourself. This is double ignorance. So we have to fundamentally change our ground. And that's why in spirituality, there can be radical changes in mindset, in life, in lifestyle. Be ready for these changes. They will not happen immediately. We will not mutate. Mutation, within one generation, bam, you look something else. We will evolve. There's a big difference. Mutation and evolution. Evolution happens gradually over time. Mutation happens immediately, bam. That's why it's called spiritual evolution. It's not called spiritual mutation. And it takes time. And I'm saying this again and again because please be patient with yourself. This is something that I say again and again because we really have lost our ability to be patient with ourselves. We live in an age of instant everything. Instant coffee, instant food. Everything is instant. Everything is immediately. Gradually. Be patient with yourself.